Here's how you can get the Shotgun Mark II in the new map, the Shattered Veil. The first thing you're going to want to do when you start your game is look around for these boxes around the map. They usually drop salvage, but eventually they'll drop a item in the map called the Essence Bomb. There's a lot of spawns for these boxes around the map, so look around carefully, but here are the spawns that I got in my game. Don't worry about getting it too early in the game, it's not going to do that. It's not going to go in too late either, so it doesn't have to be the main priority, just make sure you shoot the boxes throughout your game and you should eventually get it. The next step is to find 2 reflectors, and the first reflector is just beside Quick Revive. And the second reflector should be just outside the PhD flopper room. The next step is to get the empty canister, and you'll need a Casimir for this step. There's a free Casimir right here in the tunnel, so don't worry about crafting it or waiting for it to spawn in. Once you've gotten your Casimir, head down to double tap, and just below double tap, you're going to look in this window and see the empty canister you're looking for. Throw the Casimir at your feet in view of the canister and let the canister get into the black hole. The next step, you're going to need the Essence Bomb in order to continue through the upgrade step. Once you have your Essence Bomb, head down to the tunnels and look at the rubble next to the tier 3 armor. Place the Essence Bomb down and it should blow up an entrance to a new room. In that room, you're going to find the machine that you placed the canister in. Once you've placed the canister into the machine, place the reflectors you picked up earlier onto these poles here. Once you've placed the canister into the machine, a light beam from a crystal will be shooting out and shooting into the reflectors, and the reflectors are there to help you shoot the beam into the doppelganger statues that are around the room. Once the beam is onto the statue, melee the crystal and the beam should pulse all the way up into the statue, and the statue will come alive and a doppelganger will spawn in. Once you've killed the doppelganger, you're going to want to go melee the reflector that's closest to the entrance of the room. Once that beam is switched, you're going to want to go pick up the second reflector and go up to the second floor into this tunnel over here and place the reflector and then melee it until it goes into the right position. Once you've done that, you can melee the crystal again, and the pulse should be going down to the lights, spawning in the second doppelganger. Once you've killed this doppelganger, you can go to the second floor again, pick up that reflector, and then you can go down to the first floor, melee that first reflector, and it should go to the final doppelganger that you need to kill. Note that this doppelganger is an elite doppelganger, so it has more health, so just a quick tip on that. Once you've killed the last doppelganger, you can go back and pick up the empty canister that you placed. Head to Richtofen's room where the circuit board would be at. You can place the canister there and you can now craft the Shotgun Mark II variant. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like and a comment down below. I've got other guides on how to make the other Mark II variants. Other than that, I appreciate all the support. See you guys later. Peace.